What's going on, people? April 2000, I'm back at you with another video, and unfortunately I come to you today with a heavy heart. Today unfortunately will be the last day, or this last video will be the last video of the Leslie P. Chambers YouTube channel. I've been doing this YouTube thing going on I think 2 or 3 years, and I have had a wonderful time, you know what I mean? I didn't expect for it to be as successful as it is. I didn't expect for it to be popular, and the positive feedback I've gotten from all of you has been phenomenal. And I just never expected for it to be this successful. But I've had a great time on YouTube these past few years, you know what I mean? From the reviews I've done, from the various interviews I've done with all the interesting people and awesome people I had a blessing and privilege to had a chance to have a conversation with. You know, I've just been doing what I love. You know what I mean? This is my passion, you know what I mean? And I've done the best I can to put out the best videos that I can. But unfortunately, you know, it comes a time where you just have to just reassess some things and try to move on. So with that being said, I want to thank y'all, every single one of you, for being a part of this ride with me, you know what I mean? It's been a great few years on this YouTube channel of myself, Leslie P. Chambers. So thank you very much, all of you, for being a part of this, you know, this ride with me, you know. And as the old saying goes, sometimes all good things must come to an end. But today ain't that day, you know what I mean? Yes. Yes, the Leslie Chambers channel is going away, but in its place, from this day and moving on forward, I present to you going forward, Leslie Chambers Kaiju Reviews. Let's get it. What's going on, people? LP 2000, my back at you with another video. Yes. I'm sorry, I had to do that. You know what I mean? I wanted to do something special, you know, whatever. So I'm sorry if I pulled your strings a little bit, you know, whatever. But trust me, I'm not going away. The channel's not going away. This is more like a rebirth of sorts. So yes, thank you once again. I'm so glad that y'all finally here. Going forward, this is the Leslie Chambers Kaiju Reviews. Yes. And first, let me give a huge shout out and thank you to Jeremy Souls for that awesome new intro. Thank you so much, my friend. I really do appreciate it. You know, I've been talking with Jeremy, you know what I mean? I've been talking with Jeremy for a while. Me and him have become really great friends, almost family. And he has always told me, like, you know what, I should try and branch out more, do different things or whatever. So we collaborated on getting some new things going on with the channel. And so he has provided me that great intro. So thank you so much for doing that. And also going forward, in addition to the new name of the YouTube channel, I would like to say that I'm a part of the Summit Kaiju Network. You know what I mean? It's a network developed by Jeremy Souls and Harry Ruiz, where we're going to get a whole bunch of YouTube collaborators or YouTube content providers, as well as other kaiju artists or whatever, just kaiju fans in general that want to contribute. We're gonna have like a vast network of videos, people with pictures, whatever, and just have a network of just kaiju enthusiasts and kaiju collectors, you know what I mean? So going forward, Summit Kaiju presents Leslie Chambers Kaiju Reviews, you know what I mean? So in this first edition of, you know, my new channel going forward, I just want to talk about G-Fest. Yes, G-Fest 2017 just happened over the weekend. At the time of this recording, it is around 2:30, July 16th. Is it 16th? Man, oh my God, I'm sorry. I just had a wonderful weekend, you know what I mean? I just got off the plane from Chicago from G-Fest like 2 hours ago. So I wanted to get this video together, you know what I mean? So So anyways, as far as like G-Fest, is concerned, there were a lot of panels and stuff at G-Fest, you know what I mean? Discussion panels regarding our favorite kaiju films, whatever. Also the dealer's rooms off the chain or whatever, the artist alley, a tokusatsu gallery, I believe. So many great things to do at G-Fest this year. But for me personally, the panels were kind of hit or miss. What I mean? There was not much really there that I wanted to go to far as the panels, so I kind of like dipped in and out. Mostly for me, I wanted to go just to spend some time with my friends, you know what I mean? And I do want to give a huge shout out to all my friends, the people I hung out with, whatever. If I missed your name, I'm sorry. And after I do that, I will tell you what I got for us, my haul from G-Fest. And I had the privilege and just the awesome time interviewing Kaijucast own controller Kyle Yount, you know what I mean? The awesome, probably one of the most popular podcasts dedicated to Godzilla and all his rubber-suited foes. I love saying that. So I had a chance to interview Mr. Kyle Yount and pick his brain a little bit because I have been fascinated with Kyle Yount for a long time. I love his podcast, whatever. So I had a chance to interview him, and it was really, really awesome. So let me just give a huge shout out to everybody that I had the awesome time with at G-Fest. Of course, my Summit Kaiju team, Jeremy Souls, David, Jessica Etchels, Christine, John Ruffin, Nick Shev, David Dotco, love you, man. John Bumpus, I love you too. Alex, and a lot of other people that I've met, maybe for the first time, cause I've been friends with them on Facebook, whatever. Let's see, David Dostas, Sam Torres, Keith, Goji Franklin, can't forget about you. Of course, Gojira 851, my brother from another mother. Yes. Who else? There was a lot of, I met a lot of people this weekend. Once again, I'm sorry if I missed your name or whatever, but I want to thank each and every single one of you. Michael Chakowski, Vampire Robots. Yes, cool guy. Richard Issa, Mr. Fresh Vinyl, what's going on with you? Yes, just an awesome time with awesome people, and I can't thank you enough. Robert Dwyer, yes. All y'all, thank y'all so much for making this weekend so special. And of course, last but not least, and probably most important, my wife Sandra, thank you so much, babe. Once again, you have made this weekend the best weekend. Thank you for putting this trip together with me. I really do appreciate it. I love you so much. So yes, thank you all for such a great weekend. And I can't wait to go back next year or the year after that. You know what I mean? So let's get into what I got. Like I mentioned before, I'm not gonna really make this long-winded, whatever. I just wanted to tell you what I got from G-Fest. I'm gonna be real brief and simple with it. You know what I mean? So we can get to this awesome interview with Kyle Yount. Now, first thing I got, the diamond reissue of Godzilla 1984. Yes. Awesome figure. Yes, you've seen it before. Yes, you know what it is. All right. Diamond reissue of 1964 Rodan. Yes, I love this figure. I had to have it. You know what I mean? Thank you to Michael Chakowski from Vampire Robots. Go to that website. Awesome guy. Awesome website. Awesome prices for these awesome Godzilla figures. I also got the 84 from him too. Let's see what else I got. I got this creepy little guy. Yes, the Defo real form, whatever it is. The X plus Defo form, I guess, the fourth form of Shin Godzilla just came out like a few weeks ago. Once again, I want to thank Jeffrey Mulek. I'm sorry if I didn't mention the name before, but thank you so much for selling this piece to me. It was great hanging out with you, talking with you. Thank you for getting me this piece. I normally don't collect stuff like this, whatever, but, every now and then, it's all right to step outside your comfort zone. You know what I mean? It's all right to do that. But, yes, I can't wait to review this guy. Yes, like this figure. And last but not least, as far as figure-wise, yes, from Radioactive Toys, courtesy of Michael James Bond. Yes, the Rick Hedra 25 centimeter. Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait to review this. This is great. So yes, figure-wise, 84 Godzilla, Rodan 64, the Rick Hedra, and the Defo real form, the fourth form of Shin Godzilla. Yes. Also got some prints. Courtesy of My Kaiju of John Ruffin. You know who he is. Awesome guy. Got this little printout from him. Awesome. Let's see. Name tag, Leslie Chambers. That's special. Also got this print from the Summit Kaiju video contest panel that I was a part of. Yes. I think Mr. Nick Shev made this. So once again, an awesome piece. Can't wait to put a poster frame into it. You know what I mean? Yes, 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 yes. And these next four pieces are really, really sentimental to me. It was from a subscriber or a fan or a supporter of my channel, and I had a great opportunity to talk with this gentleman. His name, I don't want to butcher your first name, so I would say his first initial is G, I think, and his last name is Blanco or Bianco. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, but you know who you are. I want to thank you so much for having that conversation with me. I thank you for telling me that that my channel has, provided some kind of service, you know what I mean? And it really means a lot to me to have random people come up to me and say, hey, you're doing a great job or whatever. I never expected that, you know what I mean? I try to be as humble as I can, but this guy was really, really, really awesome. So thank you so much for doing this for me. Thank you. Your support means a lot, as well as everybody's support. Thank y'all so much. And he provided me with these awesome prints, that he drew himself. So once again, a talented guy right here. And I would cherish these prints, of Godzilla in the form of a tree stump, whatever, or a tree. Very, very nice. His arch nemesis in the same type of form of King Ghidorah. You know what I mean? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Of course, he made this picture of my favorite Godzilla of all time, the Godzilla 1964. Yes, it really, really is awesome. Yes, it is. Look at that. That's awesome. And yes, I believe this is Mothra. Yes, in the form of like those other two pictures I show you of Godzilla with the tree and King Ghidorah. This is of Mothra. So yeah, so thank you, Mr. Blanco, for doing that for me. I really do appreciate it. I will cherish these images for the rest of my life. Thank y'all so much. So that's pretty much it with my haul, from G-Fest. I think I made out pretty good, whatever. I ain't trying to go too overboard with what I got, with all this other stuff from S Plus coming down the line, but I've had a great time. Oh, last but not least, I got this from John Ruffin. I gotta move this out of the way, because what I'm about to show you is awesome. And courtesy of John Ruffin, he gave me this poster. And y'all know who John Ruffin is. Awesome guy. Go to his website, mykaiju.com, and yes, during the course of the past 3 or 4 weeks, he has come out and posted on the S Plus Collects Facebook group and other Facebook groups of him, recreating these old Showa posters with our favorite kaiju figures, mostly from S Plus, you know what I mean? And look at that. That's awesome. That's the first thing I did when I got home. I had this frame, you know what I mean? So yes, I don't know where I'm going to put it, but it was going to be a place of prominence in my collection, just everything, Godzilla 54, Raised Again, King Kong vs. Godzilla, my favorite, Mothra vs. Godzilla, Sea Monster, Hedra, Terra Mecha Godzilla, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, Shin Godzilla. Yes, this is awesome, and I can't thank him enough. Thank you very much, John Ruffin. Really do appreciate it. So that was my experience for G-Fest, you know what I mean? Oh, I got this shirt. Can't forget about the shirt. That's pretty much it. I had a wonderful time. This is like my best year going to G-Fest, whatever. And like I mentioned before, it's more about the people, whatever. Of course, the dealer's room is fine, and all the panels are fine, whatever. But me, it's about the people. And really, it's the people that has brought this channel to where it is today. And I cannot thank you enough, you know what I mean? So, once again, specifically, thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Jeremy Souls. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Summit Kaiju, whatever. And also, thank you, Mr. Kyle Yount, for doing that interview with me. I really do appreciate it. So, without further ado, let's go into that interview. Once again, the controller of the Kaijucast podcast, I give you Mr. Kyle Yount. All right? I hope you enjoyed the interview. All right? And I thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it. And I will see y'all again on this figure and movie review. Once again, welcome to Leslie Chambers Kaiju Reviews. What's going on, people? LP 2000 right back at you with another video live here at G-Fest 2017 in Rosemont, Illinois. And of course, this man right next to me needs no introduction. Of course, the controller of the best kaiju podcast in the world, Kaijucast. I have Mr. Kyle Yount. Kyle, thank you for being here.
Dude, thank you for having me on the show, man.
Appreciate it. I've been wanting to get you on the show for a while because I find you very intriguing. Your show is awesome.
Thank you
very much. Informative. I highly suggest everybody to subscribe to his podcast. You're not disappointed. I just want to pick your brain just for a few seconds.
Let's do it.
Now, I understand that your first movie, kaiju movie, was Rodan.
Yes, when I was a kid, I got to see Rodan. Rodan is like the epitome. What's up, Jeff? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I got to see Rodan as a kid. I saw the toy in the store from Mattel, and I was like, oh, I really want that because I was, of course, a big dinosaur kid.
Right.
And what ended up happening is later on in life, my mom was like, hey, that movie is for that toy you got, you know?
Right.
And I watched Rodan, and it like blew me away because it was essentially a giant dinosaur destroying Tokyo, or
right.
Fukuoka, I believe. But yeah, that was like my first introduction to kaiju.
Now, did you enjoy the Japanese version or the American version better?
Oh, well, you know, the American version, as silly as the over narration is in that movie, it's literally tugs on the very strong strings of nostalgia in my heart, and so I always will love the American version. But the Japanese version, if you haven't seen the Japanese version, you should watch it. It is available on DVD.
Right. And what is, in your opinion, the most overrated Godzilla film and most underrated?
Ooh.
Overrated meaning that a lot of hype behind it that you don't get, and underrated something that, you know, may have a lot of problems, but people should still go and see it despite the problems.
Is this going on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay, you should be prepared for some thumbs downs on this. Overrated Godzilla movies. Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah from 1991.
Interesting.
All right, now let me take a stab at trying to justify this. I absolutely love the suit. I think the suit of Godzilla in that movie is my favorite iteration of that black Godzilla from the Heisei era, right? Before you get into the whole burning Godzilla, right? So anyway, that's great, but the rest of the movie is kind of a dumpster fire. It is really hard to watch if you're not a Godzilla fan, and it's actually for me really hard to watch because I know they wanted to make something great, but it just has that whole like, hey, we're ripping off all these other movies that we've already seen before, and like that's the flavor of the Heisei movies, right? Like all of the crazy stuff that they stole from Aliens for Destroya, the Indiana Jones scenes that they rip off, Terminator, totally, especially Terminator in King Ghidorah, right? Like M1 or M11, sorry, just ripping off this thing. Anyway, I don't like it that much. So
we kind of got the gist of
did I try and justify that too much? Am I the heel?
But it's cool because, you know, you're expressing your opinion. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. You know
I mean, but you know, that being said, I think that there are definitely things that are cool in it, you know. The Dorats are not one of those things. But.
Right. You know your co-host's going to get you on that.
Yeah, I know that. Rachel, hopefully she's not going to watch this.
And what's underrated? Like, what's something that you just truly enjoy that some folks may seem problematic, but you still, you know.
Son of Godzilla. Absolutely. Cool. Son of Godzilla, if it's one of those things where if Minya bothers you, and Minya should bother you, Minya is like gross. Especially in that movie, right? When Minya hatches and it's like squirming around, looks all wet and gross. If you can ignore that, the story inside about the human characters, because I always talk about how the human characters in these movies should be good, that movie is fantastic. And it's got, like, the actual plot is, you could have it be a real movie. It just happens to have giant monsters in it.
Absolutely.
A real movie. It's obviously a real movie. But.
Now, the movies, of course, a lot of folks believe that the best Godzilla movies were done in the Showa. And, you know, as time went on, you know, technology progresses. You know, we've seen, you know, tokusatsu effects have improved leaps and bounds. You know, some in good cases and some in bad cases. Do you think the films have gotten better over time since the Showa period, or you think they're taking a step back?
Wow. Good question, because I'm going to have to think about my answer. I think that overall, it's obvious to say that filmmaking techniques have gotten better. Unfortunately, with the Godzilla films specifically, I think that up until, like, let's just say the entirety of the Heisei series, which, keep in mind, guys, I love Godzilla movies. I'm not trash-talking the whole of them. The Heisei era really just kind of has this, it's like diet Godzilla stories, if that makes sense. There's not much substance there. And I know there are a lot of people out there that say, well, why do you need a story for a Godzilla movie? I just want to see the monster action. And I can appreciate that, because I used to be like that. But once I started getting into the movies and really learning more information about the films, that's when I started wanting more from these movies. Anyway, where was I? So, where was I really, for real? You're going to edit this, right? You're totally going to edit this out.
You were saying that, there was something missing with the films as time went on.
Oh, yeah, it's the Heisei movies, right?
Right.
I don't know exactly what that would have been, but if you watch the Millennium series, I think the Millennium series, while it has its flaws, includes a lot of what I felt was missing. The soul of the Showa era, maybe, was missing from the Heisei era. The Millennium series has a lot of soul, has a lot of heart, and yet just faces, I think, mostly technical issues. Like Godzilla 2000, Godzilla 1999, Millennium, whatever you want to call it, that movie has a ton of great stuff in it, but it's kind of
hit or miss.
It's almost very Heisei-like, but it's got elements in it. The main characters, the human characters in that movie, I connected with them. That's what I really want in a Godzilla movie. I want to be able to connect with the humans, feel their peril, and thrill at the monster action, right?
Absolutely.
All right, long-winded answer.
Now, can you at least say what is your favorite part about each era? Like, what do each era shine? You know what I mean? The Showa, Heisei, Millennium. Like, what, in your opinion, are each era best known for?
Okay. I'm going to say Showa era, pioneering the originals, the special effects of the originals. Like, definitely the suitmation, everything about Tokusatsu started in the Showa era. For the Heisei era, I would say the perfection of glitter clouds. Just kidding. I'm going to say I think that actually the Heisei era perfected a lot of suit making techniques. Okay.
And the blending between like the puppets and
the
suits.
So if you watch King Ghidorah and you see Godzilla's head moving back and forth, and then you see the suit, it really doesn't look like too much of a different suit. I mean, it looks like you're kind of right there. Right. I mean, like at the same, like I never looked at it and went like, that's a puppet, like you did in the Showa era.
Yeah.
So yeah, suits I would say would probably be the biggest improvement in the Heisei era. In the Millennium era, I would say improvements, because the Millennium era is when I honestly believe that the directors who are putting out that content, the people who are writing the stories, the people who are making the movies, doing the effects, everything about it. Michiru Oshima, perfect example. Ko Otani, perfect example of composers doing really the best they could, making the best movie they could with the time and money allowed. And it's like some of them fall short, but they're incrementally better. Each one is better. Like I've said tons of times on the podcast, Masaki Tezuka, starting with Megaguirus, moving to Mechagodzilla, and then to Tokyo SOS, he was improving every time. And by the time he hit Tokyo SOS, that movie is so close to being the perfect Godzilla movie. Anyway, that's the deal with the Millennium series, is improvements, except for the ending of it.
Okay.
Final Wars.
One last question, and then I have a word association exercise, and then
sweet.
That'll be it. Once again, thank you for doing this. I know you have your party here. And I want to thank you for taking the time to do this with me.
Absolutely, no problem.
What is your hope for the future of kaiju films, or Godzilla in general?
My hope is that they take a somewhat similar approach to this new era that they did for the Millennium series, where they had different people come in, trying different things, trying to expand what Godzilla actually is. I think we're already getting that with the upcoming anime movie. So that's my hope for Godzilla movies. And also, attached to that, I really hope that somebody, a director, a producer, maybe both, maybe a whole big crew, they come in, they say, we want to make Kyle's perfect Godzilla movie, and they make it with the man in a suit, but they have like CGI augmentation, and they just turn it into something fantastic. But that's pipe dream.
All right, here we go with the word association. You know, just basically, I just say something or a topic, and you just say the first thing that pops into your mind.
All right, I'm going to try not to get in trouble without thinking about it.
And of course, we're not going to worry about the thumbs down because, you know, it's all good. You
all right.
All right. The death scene to Godzilla vs. Destroyer.
Heart-wrenching.
Zilla 98.
Funny. we were just talking about it and talking about the drunk commentary that we did for that. So,
all right, the best X Plus figure.
Ooh, well, the best X Plus figure. I think my brain just immediately went to the 1964 30 centimeter Rick light up Finn Mosagoji.
Okay, what would we better to see, Godzilla vs. Gamera or Godzilla vs. Ultraman?
Godzilla vs. Ultraman. I've never even thought about that before. Yes.
All right. The best Gamera villain.
Giron.
Okay. Which kaiju would you like to have as a pet?
Giron.
What's with you and knife-headed monsters?
I don't know. I probably wouldn't really want to have Giron for a pet, but you just said that and I had to say Giron again.
All right. Which Japanese kaiju would you be for a day?
Ooh, Rodan.
You know what? You like the
1956 Rodan too.
You like the fourth person that said that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I would want to be Gyra, but that's just.
You'd be who?
Gyra.
Okay.
I want to kill people.
All right. License to kill.
Kaiju film guilty pleasure. What's the one film, you know, like maybe get hated by a lot of people, but you still find pleasure in it through it all?
The X from Outer Space.
All right. What kaiju should have gotten more film appearances?
Oh, Varan for sure.
Okay. Favorite Godzilla suit?
Oh man, GMK.
Cool. My wife's gonna love you for that.
Yeah.
Least favorite Godzilla suit?
67 Son of Godzilla. Even though I feel, you know, that's the
come on.
that's like the underrated movie. I love the movie, but
right.
Yeah, that suit.
Okay.
I got one. I have a copy of it, but man, it's yucky.
I figured X Plus should make next.
Final Wars Manda.
Okay. Who's more evil? Gyra the Green Gargantua or the GMK Godzilla?
GMK Godzilla for sure.
Okay. Favorite non-Godzilla film?
Ooh. Ah, man. So, does that mean kaiju film or just movie?
Kaiju film.
Okay, sweet. The easy, Gamera 2.
Okay. What is your favorite human character from a Godzilla film? And it could be anybody like the planet's controller or
Sure, yeah. Well, the controller probably is my favorite for sure. I mean, I like Namikawa, but the controller,
all right,
the best.
Okay, kaiju film with the best fight scene.
Godzilla versus Gigan.
My man, we agree on that. We agree on that. All right, name your favorite film from each period, Showa, Heisei, Millennium.
Monster Zero. It used to be Destroyer. Destroyer used to be in there, but for some reason it's lost the shine. So I'm actually gonna say, Biollante, favorite from the Heisei era, and Millennium GMK.
Okay, the coolest space kaiju.
Ghidorah, the three-headed monster.
All right, a Gamera villain that Godzilla should have fought.
Legion. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see Godzilla fight Legion.
Okay, a Godzilla villain that Gamera should have fought.
How about Angulus?
Your favorite version is Super X.
Oh, Super X3.
Okay. Okay, what is your favorite
Super X3. Take off.
What's your favorite moniker or alternate name for Godzilla? King of the Monsters, Ancient Alpha Predator, Monster 01, or God of Destruction?
Oh, Monster 01. But God of Destruction is pretty rad too.
Okay. I overexposed kaiju.
Hedorah.
Really?
I like Hedorah a lot, but my God, I never realized that monster was so popular until I started like checking out some of the other toys that are available.
Okay. I think I know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. The kaiju movie with the best alien invasion storyline.
Well, I could go with Monster Zero, or I could go with Monster Zero. So it's got to be Monster Zero.
Okay, Godzilla film with the best human storyline.
It's also Monster Zero.
Monster Zero.
What's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Oh, you
showing
him our...
No, he's doing it right now.
I'm sorry.
I'm the celebrity. This is my time, David. Thanks.
Okay, we got a couple more and then that'll be it.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, Kaiju fan newbie film recommendation. Like, what's the one
Newbie?
Film? Yes, like what film would you recommend to a Kaiju newbie?
Man, it kind of depends on the person. If I don't know them at all, GMK.
Okay, your favorite mechanized Kaiju?
Kiryu. Why
Which
did I
one?
say that? Why did I say Kiryu? Kiryu looks awesome, but Showa Mechagodzilla definitely is my real favorite. Mechanized? Wait a second. Hold on. Gigan is mechanized.
He's a cyborg.
He's not a mecha, but he is a cyborg.
You got Mechanicon. You got Showa Mechagodzilla.
Are you counting Gigan? I'm counting Gigan.
Yeah.
Gigan, hands down.
Yeah.
Banana hands. See you guys.
All right. Let's see. Kaiju film disappointment. Like, what was the film that looked good on paper, but when you saw it, you was like, no.
Absolutely, Final Wars.
Final Wars.
I was working for Henshin Online, like I was the webmaster at the time, so I got to see a whole bunch of updates about Final Wars, and I was actually getting really excited for it. There was some stuff that I wasn't really too keen on, but I was like, hey, whatever, you know, look at all these monsters we got, look at the people who were working on it, and then the movie came out, absolute, total disappointment. I walked out of that theater and I was like, WTF.
And let's end on a positive note.
Yes, please.
Last, and certainly but not least, the first thing that comes to your mind when I say the Kaijucast.
Oh man, the first thing that comes to my mind when you say the Kaijucast, work. No, I love doing the Kaijucast. So even though it's work, it's fun work.
And once again, I want to thank you so much for being a part of this this interview. I've been wanting to get with this guy for a long time.
It's absolutely my pleasure.
Very informative. Please go to the Kaijucast. Ooh, I'm sorry about that. My high voice. That's okay. No worries, buddy. Once again, please subscribe to the Kaijucast. You know, it's a very informative podcast dedicated to Godzilla and all his rubber-suited foes. I've always wanted to say that. Nice. Kaiju discussions. You know, just he does a great service for the hobby, and y'all really should subscribe to his podcast. Once again, the Kaijucast. The one and only Kyle Yount. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
All right, man. No problem. Thanks so much. Yeah.
I am.
All right, and I thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all again on this figure move review. All right, y'all take it easy.